Alright, here in round one, we'll play first. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this is a great hand. When you're trying to be beat down, can't really argue with a turn progression like this. Tormented Soul. I mean, Arsonist in this position looks just so much better, because even when this dies, I'm going to be able to kill that Tormented Soul. I suppose unless he's playing like Mark of the Vampire or something, but I've got sideboard stuff going on, so I'm not too worried about game one. But until then, we are still off to a pretty solid start here. Black-White Exalted. So like I was saying, Arsonist is very good in the Black-White Exalted, against the Black-White Exalted deck. That was a good draw. So now it's actually a question of what am I going to play next turn, the Battle Jester or the Spiked Baloth. It's totally dependent on what he's playing here. I feel like he's just got a Mark of the Vampire on the horizon here. Actually, Ring of Zathrid is an insane card with Tormented Soul too. It adds up super fast. But who knows? Maybe we'll snag our Mark of Mutiny. This is a tough question for me, whether I want to play the Battle Jester or the Baloth. I think I gotta go Baloth here. I mean, he didn't play any threats, and I don't really have a red spell yet to follow up the Battle Jester with, so I think I do have to go Spike Baloth here. I mean, next turn I do get to do Jester plus Arbor Elf, which is pretty strong. He could also have the Planar Cleansing, something I need to keep in mind here. Definitely discarding the Mountain at this point. I mean, I've got 5 drops in this deck, but I can get to 5 mana with the Arbor Elf anyway, so no problem. Yeah, I think we're just swinging to the fences on this one. He'll probably trade the Baloth for the Sunstriker, my guess. And then just take the rest, okay. So cancel out the Sunstriker. Sunstriker is a pretty good answer to Spiked Baloth, I will admit. This Battle Jester here, though, is very timely. It's going to make stuff off the top big threats for sure. He's still a mana away from Planar Cleansing. But yeah, Mark of the Vampire right here would be a big problem. I think my only real out would be Mark of Mutiny. Alright, so red spell off the top would be ideal. There we go. That is gonna be real strong. And he's going to be forced to block the Arsonist, I'm guessing? Maybe the Flinthoof Boar, actually. He's very close to death here. So Planar Cleansing would be bad for me. But we'll see if he's got it. So he's got 2 blockers, he blocks my 2 biggest guys, and I still got him, but he has mana open for Divine Verdict, so alright, doesn't matter. Alright, got game 1. So that was awesome. His deck looks pretty solid. Black-White Exalted. He instantly submitted, so he has no sideboard. Do we have a sideboard? Yes, we do. Is it worth bringing in the Naturalize? I would say Ring of Zathrid is an excellent ring. The question is, do I want to bring in 2 Naturalize? Probably not. I think we cut the... It's really... Are we going to cut the Reverberate or the Krinko's Command? We didn't see a single spell out of him. Certainly doesn't mean he doesn't have them, but we could easily be reverberating a Murder or a Divine Verdict. But reverberating Divine Verdict actually doesn't work unless he's already blocked. I don't think I want to bring in both Naturalize since I only saw one ring. I'd rather do 1 for 1 for now. See what we come up with. I think we'll cut the Reverberate until we start seeing some murders. I mean, he very easily could have murders, but I want to see them. Once I see those murders, then I'll bring in the Reverberate. I'll bring it back. How do we look? I think we look good. I like this. Mark of Mutiny still going to be huge against him. Alright, let's start it again, see if we can get a quick start. Okay, unfortunately for us, I think we've got a mullet. Usually, this is a situation, this is like such a this is such a challenging hand for me to decide on, actually. Maybe it seems obvious to you because it's 1 land, but actually Chronometon, 1 land, plus I'm on the draw. I'm a little more inclined to keep this hand. I know it seems crazy, especially since I've got so many 4-drops and late game stuff, and I think that's the reason I actually have to mullet. If either of these or either of these were something cheaper, like a 2-drop, I think I would actually keep this hand, because Chronometon and a Forest can get you pretty far, but I've got them all. It's just too risky. Ugh. And then I get a downgrade. If I get a Forest off the top, this Arbor Elf becomes much better. Rancor starts getting sick. Krinko's Command becomes useful. My opponent also mulled to 5. Oh, I don't know about this hand either. 1 land and I'm in business, but it has to be green. I think I'm going to 5. Alright. Yeah, this is actually a situation where I think I'm okay with the fact that I just mulled to 5. Flint of Boar is going to be very good. My opponent additionally mulled to 5, so I'm not at like a horrible disadvantage by any means. So yeah, we're doing the Krinko's Command first, and then you do the Flint of Boar and give it haste. So, and Rancor off the top is, couldn't have asked for more on that one, really. Okay. No problem. Searing Spear, great draw. We're getting good draws, so that is good. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yes, I am. Okay. Still got our quick start, so I'm happy about that. That the mull to 5 sort of worked out. And we've got an excellent race situation going here. Next turn I'll have access to both Rancor and Searing Spear, which is just insane. He didn't play anything, which tells me he may have Divine Verdict mana. Is there anything instant speed that would deal 1 damage? No, I'd rather have him murder a Goblin token, So I think I'm going to attempt to Rancor up the Goblin here. Alright, we successfully resolved it, which is great. I assume he's going to be Divine Verdicting the Flintiff Boar if he's got it. Nope, he's just taking it and trading. Alright. So, I think at this point we play the Arsonist. And, I'm going to Rancor up the... Well, I don't really want to Rancor up the Arsonist now, do I? But then if he kills it in response, I can kill the Aven Squire. I feel like he would have killed the Goblin token, but I'm putting a lot of eggs in the basket if I Rancor here and he kills the Flintiff Boar. So I am actually going to Rancor the Arsonist. Okay. I mean, I feel like he would have killed the Goblin if he'd had the murder, but... Okay. That's pretty good. No reason to mark yet that I can see. Because now I'm in a position where he's gonna die for sure. I'm pretty confident I'm gonna win this. I don't really know how he could come back from this. I always hate saying that because I've had people find ways. But I'm fairly confident I've got this. Between the Mark of Mutiny, Searing Spear, and Rancor, I don't see any way he can get out of this situation. Yeah. Even that does not do it. So we Searing Spear him. Or is that wrong? If he had a murder, he would have used it, so he doesn't have it. We Searing Spear him. We mark the Sunstriker. Alright, sweet. We got round 1.